It started as a Hollywood headline, but it's quickly becoming something much bigger, a test case for how the legal system treats influencers, digital media, and what it means to defend your reputation in the social media age. Blake Lively, the star of It Ends With Us, has issued subpoenas to more than 100 content creators. Among them are celebrity blogger Perez Hilton, conservative commentator Candace Owens, and YouTuber Andy Signore. Why? Because Lively's legal team claims these influencers helped amplify a coordinated smear campaign, allegedly orchestrated by her It Ends With Us co-star and director, Justin Baldoni. She has accused him of sexual harassment and of retaliating by mobilizing online creators to damage her reputation. This isn't just another lawsuit. It's a collision between celebrity, the law, and the new media landscape, and the repercussions could reshape how influencers are treated in court. Blake Lively filed her lawsuit in late 2024 against Baldoni, alleging harassment on set and a broader campaign to tarnish her image. According to her case, after she spoke out, Baldoni's team allegedly seeded negative content through creators, chat forums, and smaller publications, then amplified that content through larger channels. Her attorneys argue that some influencers were part of a deliberate strategy, not just mentioning her, but actively helping to spread a defamatory message. That's where the subpoenas come in. Lively wants to examine communications between these content creators and Baldoni's team to prove coordination. According to court filings, she's asking for emails, messages, drafts, unpublished materials, and even financial records. The list isn't limited to big names. It reportedly includes micro-accounts, creators with as few as 100 followers, and even individuals who might seem unrelated to traditional gossip or commentary. One example that shocked many was a YouTube astrologer known as Astrology with Janessa, who reportedly received a subpoena. Lively's argument is clear. This isn't about fame, it's about impact. Her team says the sheer volume of negative content, hundreds of posts, videos, and slurs, goes far beyond what one would expect from spontaneous commentary. Court filings highlight over 500 separate posts by Perez Hilton alone, many using derogatory nicknames for Lively. Perez Hilton didn't take the subpoena lying down. He filed a motion to quash, claiming that Lively's request violates his First Amendment rights and would force him to reveal journalistic sources, including unpublished material. Hilton called the subpoena invasive, arguing that his commentary was independent and not part of any organized attack. He also pointed out a deeper issue. Lively's legal team is treating digital creators differently than legacy media. In his filings, he argued that digital journalists deserve the same protections as traditional ones. Meanwhile, Lively's legal camp claims they are simply following leads. They argue that for too long, the blurry line between influencer commentary and coordinated defamation has gone unchecked. Their subpoenas, they say, are targeted and necessary to uncover who really pushed the negative narrative. The stakes are high. If Lively succeeds, it could set a precedent. Influencers may no longer be immune from discovery just because they operate outside traditional media structures. This dispute touches on free speech, digital journalism, and accountability. It really forces us to ask, when does online commentary become part of a broader defamation campaign? And how do the courts protect creators while still allowing powerful individuals to defend their reputations? Perez Hilton's case is particularly instructive here. He's represented himself, filed a pro se motion to quash, and framed his fight as not just personal, but a broader defense of digital journalism. His fight drew attention. When the ACLU of Nevada stepped in to represent him, Lively reportedly withdrew the subpoena. Critics argue this could be chilling. If influencers fear subpoenas, will they self-censor? Will commentary just turn bland? On the other hand, supporters say this is long overdue, calling out reputational attacks that start online and spiral. One legal expert described this case as the defining test of how the law treats influencer-powered reputational warfare. The subpoenas are just one layer of a much larger courtroom war. Lively's suit isn't only against Baldoni, she's also targeting his production company, Wayfarer Studios, accusing them of coordinating the smear effort. Baldoni responded with a $400 million countersuit, alleging defamation, extortion, invasion of privacy, and more. But in June 2025, a judge dismissed much of his case, citing litigation privilege. The trial, meanwhile, is tentatively set for March 2026, a full reckoning for both sides. Complicating everything are counter-accusations over leaks, deposition transcripts, and confidentiality. Lively's team claims Baldoni's side leaked her deposition. His team denies it, arguing the leak could have come from elsewhere, even Lively's own circle. Amid this, subpoenas to influencers are shaping up to be crucibles. If communities like Hilton's are forced into discovery, what does that mean for the future of commentary and digital speech? Perez Hilton has been pretty vocal. He's posted on YouTube, on Reddit, and even in court filings. His core argument is that he's a journalist in his own right, and honestly, deserves the same protections that experts and public figures have historically just taken for granted. He's not only challenging the substance of the subpoena, but really its very foundation. A judge ruled that, for now, the court lacks personal jurisdiction over him, which means Lively's legal team couldn't force him to comply. Hilton has also defended his work as independent and not directed by Baldoni's side. In his public statements, Hilton emphasized that he formed his own opinions and was not paid or instructed to write anything about Lively. Additionally, he criticized the breadth of Lively's subpoenas, really questioning whether this is about justice or just a show of power. His motion to quash raised concerns that Lively is using the court system to pressure independent voices into submission. This case isn't just some celebrity drama, it's actually becoming a bellwether for digital media. If Lively prevails, content creators might face greater legal exposure whenever they publish commentary about powerful figures. But if Hilton and others succeed, it could really strengthen protections for independent digital journalists and creators. Legal analysts are calling this a turning point. It's not just a defamation case, it's a debate about the role of influencers, the reach of subpoenas, and the protections guaranteed to people who publish online. Lively issued subpoenas to more than 100 creators, including Hilton Owens and Signore. Perez Hilton filed a motion to quash in Las Vegas federal court, arguing First Amendment protections. A judge ruled that, at least for the time being, the court lacks personal jurisdiction over Hilton, a procedural but still meaningful win. After the ACLU of Nevada got involved to represent Hilton, Lively's team withdrew her subpoena against him. Meanwhile, the larger trial between Lively and Baldoni is expected to begin around March 2026. For digital creators, this legal fight could, really redefine how much risk influencers bear when they comment on public figures. For free speech, if the court sides with Lively, will creators think twice before publishing controversial takes? For defamation law, is this a roadmap for celebrities to hold online voices accountable, or is it a dangerous overreach? For reputation, Lively argues she's defending her name, while Baldoni and his allies say she's weaponizing the court. This isn't just Blake Lively versus Perez Hilton. It's not even just a Hollywood legal saga. It's a snapshot of how power, media, and influence intersect in 2025. It's about what happens when traditional lawsuit strategies collide with the decentralized, hyper-accessible world of digital content. In this courtroom, the question isn't just who wins, it's how the digital age will be governed going forward. This case cuts deep into freedom of speech, into the ethics of content creation, and into the mechanics of modern legal warfare. Blake Lively's subpoenas aren't just legal maneuvers, they're a force test. Can she prove there was a real, organized campaign? Or will internet creators defend their independence and their voices? For now, the fight continues. The motions, the hearings, the discovery, it's all building to a March 2026 trial that could set precedent far beyond a single celebrity feud. If you want to stay updated, hit subscribe. Drop a like if you believe in protecting digital journalism. Share this article or video so more people understand what's at stake. Comment below. Do you think influencers should be immune when they speak about public figures? Or do you side with Lively's argument that there's more to this than free commentary? Because at the end of the day, this isn't just a legal war, it's a battle for how we define power, speech, and accountability in the age of clicks and content.